n'otubuulira by'olowooza ku show b'oyagala tukyaze na biki by'olowooza by'oyagala twongeremu emiramu egy'enjawulo. Nnaku olwaleero it's a Monday and we thank God for the gift of life. Buli atuninze right now okulaba omwana wattu gwe tukyaziza olunaku olwaleero engeri gy'akikolamu, engeri kwegamba gy'amaintainiza obulamu obwa celebrity, obw'omuyimbi, obwa artist, ye nga ye mu parenting ne mu marriage. Omuntu ono industry gy'alimu yo si nnyangu. Abantu mbalaba eyo engeri gye boogeramu ne bagamba nti ebintu by'okumanaginga ba artist byo si byangu. Ba artist be bantu abalina different perspectives, different agendas and different everything. So bakwasaganya n'ogamba nti kati ngenda batwalira wamu, ekyo nakyo kizibu. Naye tulina omuntu, of course she's the president, Uganda Musicians Association. Abaddeko ebbanga eriwera naye nga munange nga bw'omanya emirimu egyo gyetaaga kwewaayo n'okubeera ng'omuntu amanyi ky'ayagala ate ng'ayimirirawo ku kigambo kye. Omukyala gwe tukyaza olunaku olwaleero Cinderella Sanyu baby, the king herself, era aba syndicates bonna bali very excited. Abantu mulinze muwulireko emboozi ya Cindy. Most of the time twagala kuwulira emirimu engeri gy'agitambuza, wayimirizaawo ekibiina eky'abayimbi ekyo bye kikoze, n'ebintu ebirala ebiri around her life bye twandyagadde ate munange okutegeera. Sena nnantegeemanya paka ssaawa 4 Mwasuze Mutya. Alright, nziramu okuwaniriza ku NTV ne Spark TV. Weewaawo twakyazaako still omuntu ali mu arts industry era nga twayogera ku bintu bingi nnyo. Twakyazaako Mr. John Segawa nga twogera ku music and politics, ne tukyazaako Salvador just recently on last Friday, and we were talking about the arts industry, okuva mu theatre, moving from traditional theatre ate nene tugenda ku mabaala. Yatulaze engeri gye bi affectingamu comedy sector as part of the arts industry. Olunaku olwaleero kati tutundeko ne ku music yenga ye. Music industry neyimiriddewo etya given the funding, ebintu sente nyingi ennyo government zeeteeka mu kibiina kino, mu bibiina byaba artists. Tuyimirizaawo tutya ekintu kino okulaba nti abayimbi first of all obulamu bwabwe n'ebitone byabwe bikozesebwa okulaba nti nabo ate munange beebeezaawo. Tulina omukyala Sanyu, Cinderella Sanyu. She's looking amazing. And today is a Monday, but forgive us if you have energy. Please, it's okay. Because we have to wiki.
It happens. More vibe.
Yes, namanyi. Tutandike ebirala byonna tunabiraba chi. Nga wiki weddeko nenga Cindy nkwaniriza nnyo.
Webale kunchaza Stella, thank you. I appreciate your show. I'm so honored to be here today.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
What's happening? Are you in love? What's happening?
I've been in love for some time, but I have to tell you, I'm at peace. Yes, I'm at peace. I think that is why. I'm at peace with the person I am. You know, when to sekati ndimsanyi funyokuba when today. Chincheso byensobodde okukola what I've been able to achieve, like as a woman when tulao nentunira obulamu bwange ndimsanyufu. Yeah, I think that contributes to, you know, to how I look na buli kimu. It's because of that. I think just emirembe mpulira emirembe.
Yeah. Oh, and the aura around you.
Yeah, the aura. I get it.
You give off that calmness, and I don't know. People don't even know when they meet you. Do they tell you?
Yes, when they meet me, yes. Usually, Baba Subida, the king herself, like, you know, like so up. And then when they meet me, which is surprising, but most it's comforting. Most people feel like, you know, it's a good feeling to see that you're a normal person. Your energy is calm. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the fact that Otandikide nzengo mchala ebintu byentuseeko what I've achieved and where I am today. You're grateful.
Yes.
And even like it has taught you a lot of things.
Like oh my God.
From all like
as
all
you can imagine.
Yes.
In industry. Yes, it's been making 22 years in the industry, so you can imagine. Stella, it's I'm grateful.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank God tukuchazo na kurairo tokobuze ku bantu baffe ba syndicates abana Uganda na buli omu.
Yes. Muli mutaba nanga banda banze Cindy Biebo muyimba wakabuyo ku TV to the king herself jine myaka jona kuva mu 2005 ne Blue 3. Can you imagine? Paka this is 2025. Tuli wano ne Stella mwana.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen. Omwana gwe tulaba wano omwana atuse ku bintu ebirungi ye ng'omukyala industry byayiseemu si byangu wadde but again walina okubaawoko omuntu eyakusigamu ensigo oba values ezikuyambyeko up to today. Can you tell me about your growing up?
Nakula ne mama wange, as far as I can remember, kitange yafa when I was 2 years old. So samutegeera nnyo, you know, growing up as a person nalabanga mama wange. So just okula mama wange ng'akwasaganya obulamu. I never saw my mother beg oba ng'anoonya abantu batuyambe. Yali mukyala nga wabeerawo ekizibu ojja muwulira ekiro ng'asaba obanga abagamba nti, you know, my children, this is what's going to happen. Yakwasaganyanga obulamu in a way that nze saalowooza. There are very few moments when alowooza nti we lack a father. No, I only thought about that wetwali kusomero nenda babana balanga balina tata waabwe. But I've never sat there and felt like omuzadde wange tamala. You understand? Mama wange yali mama ate yali tata at the same time. She loved me, and also when she disciplined me, it was like she hated me and has never loved me. My mom yalina balance, that sense of balance that she got to show me. Amanyi ge yandagango omuntu, I think Champa Foundation. That's why kizibu nnyo nzotula mu kkoona n'endowooza nti nina gwe neetaaga okunyamba. Because we twatulanga mu sitting room ekitebe kyalingamu mama wange. Okitegeera, we could all see her and listen to her. Ate ng'obulamu abutambuza. I never slept hungry. I was always comfortable. Of course, ebintu byabaawo. It was a humble family. Naye okubulira ekituufu quality y'obulamu gye yatuwa according to what she had. Now I feel like there's nothing impossible. Olwa mama wange, yes. So I grew up in a family where culture was important. Christianity was everything. Loving God and loving okwagala baganda bonna Mukama. That was no question about it.
The bond between you and your sisters and your siblings is strong.
Yes, my mother was always like, it doesn't matter what happens out there. Muganda or Muganda. But Sangam you first defend them, then inside is when you can ask them by the who started the fight. But outside there, you fight for each other because that's all you have. So twakula with that bond as a family. Nga tuli there for each other. Nga tetera tunanyo outside mwana natuyamba. We look at chiche tuina on chitusobola okweyamba, and that is how I grew up.
Wow, values of culture. Tell me a moment, Jojukira, nga mama emphasizing kugamba ebyobuwangwa n'ennono, like manners. It could be something.
I think natano manyi bw'obeera omuto kifuuka routine. Like you never really see the effect mpaka ng'okuze ng'oli mu bantu oyingira zi office abantu b'ekitiibwa biki kati engeri gye weeyisamu mu bantu yekujjukiza nti wow, I'm glad mama wange yanjigiriza kino ekintu. Before I got money, before I got fame, yanjigiriza nti, you know, when you get in front of people, humble yourself no matter who you are. You understand? Omuntu aba mukulu no matter what status you're in. Kati ebintu natandika obitegeera mbukulu. But mbuto, it was just a routine. Just you know, mami no kamera, like, oh, it was just routine. But as a child, touchtegera and
what it means.
Like for what, you know, like you don't see it. Mpaka later is when I began to see that, you know, this culture is something that has, you know, worked out for me. And teyali too strict about it. Naye yali agala tutegeere nti, you know, respect is important. And you need to understand your place in society as a woman, as a child. And even as you grow up, she told us that transition, respect your age, nokusigala ngeri constant. Yes. That's why when nyingira wano sijja nekugamba, hey, you understand? I don't say that, I still say, you know, I will greet you respectfully, and it doesn't matter what we're going to do next, you know, and that is to touch kuridam. Yes.
And you as a girl, waliwo kubanga mama yatunanaga amana omwana wange omwana wange nabeera protective kubanga omwana aba akula kati awo mukula awo teenage. How was it like for you? Was she supportive? Boyfriend butanse or tanse okutola I don't know, was it like that?
It was mixed. Mixed. I think when I turned kuvubuka, manyi how your skin begins to glow and stuff. My mother looked at me and I go, can't you get pregnant? So she looked at, and I'd never experienced boys, nothing like that. But I began to natandiko kolachi okuchuka, natandiko chuka nzenanga, everything is totally different. So now, you know, she actually took me to test if I was pregnant because I was changing. You know, my waist was becoming smaller. You know, that's growing a bit more. The hips are growing. You know, she wanted to be sure. You know, and so there's that strictness about it. But there was also, you're becoming a woman now. Sit better, talk to people better. You need to be aware of your sexuality. Tolinga ulibo wali omutoto kyasobola kulaga bisambi byo, stuff like that. She would teach me. People are not supposed to touch you like this, you know. And eventually to the transition, she made it easier for me. Yes, my mom was wonderful.
And I think the confidence that you have,
yes.
It comes from bintu byakutekamu n'ebigambo byakugambanga nti you can do anything.
Actually, I'll tell you something. Bwe nali omuto natandika okuwandiika ennyimba nga ndi myaka 7. I wrote my first song at 7 years old. So I go to my mom, and I sing for her this song. I actually remember the song very well. So I go and sing the song to her, and she looks at me and she says, "You are going to be as big. Nangambo genda kuba munene nga Whitney Houston." I remember that very well.
What?
Yangambo genda kuba nga Whitney. Natandika okumpita chaka chaka. That she called me that, like, you understand, like natandika okumpita bwatyo, and I think it helped me to, in moments when I felt looked down by other people, I'll look at myself and say, I am Yvonne Chaka Chaka. You understand? I'm unbeatable, I'm untouchable. Mama wange yachinteka munga ndi muto. She always told me you're going to be a star. In that one-roomed house where we're all there with all 6 children in that house, she told me, "Oh, this star." You understand? She sowed that seed inside of me, nechikula. So that's how I keep going back. Every time I lose inspiration, my Lucy Stella, owera mbantu, neba kuvuma neba kubulira ebintu no newerabira choli, But that voice in my mother's head, it never goes quiet.
Well, it never does.
Yeah, mu moment zange nga ntudde nga teri muntu, no lights, no side effects. Zijukira mwange kyeyangamba. Say you're going to be this. Yeah, you're powerful. Yabingamba nga as at 6, at 7, she told me that. So that stays in my head and just.
And even now, like seeing like the young adult that you are, you still call her and be like, "Mom, it takes you back to the 7-year-old, like seeking to.
Yes, and because I'm Manyi, actually, and Nesoka sometimes she'll call me before and say, I see they're doing this, but you're my child. This is just go back to basics. And usually, and Nesoka, every time I have a show, Mama wanga makage nabiri wange. Because she wants to make sure emotionally in Dibulunji. So we always have this space for how I So ajana nesoka, it doesn't matter. I know I'm married now and I have 3 children now. To my mother and Charlie Muwala when I did
I know.
Yes, agenda kuja making sure has she eaten, has she, or to make sure that emotionally in Dibulunji. Because she raised all 6 of us here, so amanyi how heavy the world can be on a woman. So I'm very nakati. She's a god to me.
Wow. Okay, when you talk about your mom, I want her to be my mother. But it's okay. I appreciate my mother as well, wherever she is. But again, as I said, at 7 years old, I don't know, did anything spark your love for music? Anything at all? Because at 7, maybe you'll have TV, what's that sparked that?
Nali ndaba nnyo TV. I used to watch a lot. I used to njagala nnyo Mariah Carey and Whitney, like most of us. I love them. And here in Africa, of course, the usual. Nali njagala nnyo Yvonne Chaka Chaka and Brenda Fassie. So I used to watch them and I presentation on stage. Chankwata as a child, I listened to. And then I remember the first song I wrote, was a ballad, the first song I wrote about love, which I had no idea. But it was actually a love song, So, Nempandika. So I think those are the artists that I watched that raised me. So as soon as I began to understand music, kunze, music is therapy. I was a very shy child. I have those moments even now. But as a child, I was shy, I hide my shyness with smiling but inside I'm like, I was very, naturally I was like that. Okay. So music was a way of me to run away from
all that?
Yes, from all that. Yes, it was a shield for me. Yeah. Every time I was in a room and I felt like I'm scared to be there, I would just be on the set and just hum. And it would calm me down, somehow it will calm me down. Okay. So music from day one.
Okay, the siblings, given the bond that you have right now, maybe even when we go back, bali supportive, bali supportive as a family?
Yeah, very supportive, but mostly because nali shy nnyo as a child, baite balowooza nti nsobola okufuuka star because of the shyness, not because of the talent. Bali bamanyi nti nsobola okuyimba naye agamba kuno okutya kati agenda kuyimirira atya mu bantu.
Oh dear.
Yes, so it was always like, how is she going to stand in front of people? She can't even sing around us. We're 7 people in the family. Right. So they never saw that I would get over until Sobolo Chiwangule Choe, Ningina Masogama to Nyimba and present. Yeah, for them, even now, it's still a surprise.
Right?
Yeah, even now, I can't tetukitegeera nali sisobola
nekati wobera ku stage right now of course you say over the journey has been full of lessons and everything.
That's true.
And you've learned how to like, okay, you know what, I'm going to perform.
Yes.
I'm going to leave no crumbs.
To embody. You have to, that's why you see artists buying a personality endala gye kati nga bola nti Beyonce ita Sasha.
Okay.
To run away from her real self because she knows her real self is shy. Kwata nnyo kati somehow you lie to yourself that I'm not Beyonce, I am Sasha. But teekawo kino ekintu ekirala okusobola okugjawo kiri because okubeera mu bantu Stella si kyangu because buli omu alowooza kikye. Buli omu alina kyasuubira ate nobody teri akugamba mu audience kati twagala oyambale bwoti okole bwoti no naye buli omu azze ayagalayo ekyakoze eki kyazze okulaba kati there is that thing of bana I don't know if they like what if they don't like okitegeera tubakuba nkenke sometimes
doza sindi kasoke tuwumulemu and then bwe tukomawo ali twogereku the parenting, marriage, leadership and so many other things. Don't go away. Kale tuyagenda maaso ne program webale nnyo kubanga okyekumidde wano ATV ne Spark TV twine Cinderella Sanyu, the king herself. She's a very principled lady, by the way. When I was going to host you, people, the DMs I got, very principled, but that is like it's easily read.
Yeah.
What do you think? So anyway, you know,
my business here, you actually have to be both. You have to be an angel and a beast. You have to be gentle, but also, you understand, you're not called up. So I think that's when the principle bit comes in. Ng'omukyalo ino kusalawo wa wogenda okulaga, otherwise abantu bajja kusalirawo. You know, so ino kusalawo nti eno gyendaga and stick to it, and that is how I learned okubeera principled. It's the only way to go, especially ng'omukyala. Maybe a man can freestyle through life. Naye ng'omukyalo ino kusalawo nti kati nkwata east, sigale kwekyo mpaka.
And of course, your upbringing has a way it reflects on the way you're raising your children. Can you tell us about how it's going? How is parenting?
Oh, wow. That's a long story, but ng'endagezaako okufunza your story. I think ng'omuzadde, I depend a lot on God and instinct with my children because when I go back to my upbringing and see yali different, yali ndala nnyo, people were kinder. You know, people were community, abantu bali, twali tweyagaliza more than we do right now. Society ekyuse nnyo. So sobola kuza abaana bange the same way gye bankuzaamu. There are certain things that I can learn is that my mother yalekangawo a way of communicating ekyo kyalingawo. Nti no matter how tough she was, I knew she loved me. Nga mmanyi nti yadde kale mama wange yalinga principal maka or some headmaster or something. Naye nga mmanyi nti wembeera n'ekizibu nsobola ogendera mami wange. So I keep that thing n'abaana bange nti they can basobola okwogera nange. Apart from that, I try and make sure nti balina obulamu obwabwe saayateeka abaana bange mu kamera saagala because simanyi I don't know what I'm raising. I might be raising a president. You never know. But I might be understand maybe I'm raising a doctor and they don't need this. You understand? Sibula muntu yeetaaga fame. So I raise them privately. Omuwala wange, my eldest is 14 years old now. So I want her to, if she wants to go on camera, njagala asalewo, you know, let it be her own decision. But yes, but I'll tell you, I go with my instinct with my children. Sina guideline into obulamu bukyukakyuka. But that constant esigala according to how I feel about it, but tutambula.
Cindy, there are some misconceptions in the industry about female artists. Or kali kangameti generally. Nti omuntu wabeera nga ina fame ngeyo ngali mu music industry. Bwafumbirwa kibanga wafumbirwa, how are you going to manage your career? No. Marketing ebe good. That's what my sister said. And then also like the emilimo yongedde. But now you managed to do all that. You're a parent, you're a mother, you're a wife. But nothing has changed on your music. Like nothing like bad has happened, like nothing negative has happened. You've tried to uphold it rather. So how has it been like that?
Because the brand Cindy is not a family thing, it's a personal thing. So njawula Cindy ku buli kimu, you understand? Cindy ye gwolaba ku stage kula yeka developing yeka. It doesn't matter ekinetolode. It doesn't matter who I'm dating in my years of dating because I'm married now. It doesn't matter who is around. Byonna biyinza okyuka, but Cindy asigala kolaki atambula. So nayiga engeri y'okwawulamu the king herself from say Mrs. Okuyo, the king herself from Mama Elina, Mama Mani. All that is different. When tuke waka, this person tabeerayo. You understand? When I get there ndi muntu mulala nnyo. And I think in that way chinyambe nti kuba Cindy atambula yeka, it doesn't matter, tali affected. You understand? Then when beda mami yona ye mami na ye mami on her own. So I have these personalities depending on where I am so that I can protect the brand ya Cindy. You know, so sagala chintu chona chijukwateko because they represent a legacy. There's something to build, something to hold on to. Change.
It's constant.
That stays constant. Obzobo tuinanga abayimbi nti bwofumbira oleta omwami wo into your brand. Nemufuka as if mwembi muli bayimbi. And that's not true. You understand? And njaga abantu bamanye this is my husband. But I don't want them to think now we a group. You understand? I don't change my name on screen as Mrs. Okuyo. I'm still Cindy Biebe, the king herself. You know, so I think in that way, echo chiyamba okubalancing ebintu bino. Mbera mbana bange siri star. You understand? Like, no, I don't do my hair and makeup to hang out with my children. No, I won't dinaba nabange. It doesn't matter. Oyinza okunsanga nga nsiranye nine nyambadde bubinyo ndi mukubo naba nabange ntambula on my feet just nyumira naba nabange. So I think okwawula kiyamba bw'ogatta brand yo n'omwami wo. What if one day you separate, the brand dies? You see what I'm saying? Because wachigata. Bogata brand yo na family oba na abana oba chichona. Maybe one of your children becomes a thief tomorrow. That affects your career because you put it together. Cause the best thing for me is the chengamba biawule. You understand? Yeah, they still anante go tulabano yo. You understand? We don't want to see you one day doing interviews with your husband and your children. You understand? That's when you ruin it. Because if anything happens around that circle, they connect it to your brand. Right. It's because in child, like my children know that I'm a stanga bakuze. Right now, Elena doesn't know that my name is even Cinderella because she says she's Princess Cinderella. She sees Cinderella. She doesn't know that that is my name. She knows me as Mommy. She doesn't know that my name is Cinderella. Neither does Josiah.
Even with the internet and everything, like they watch videos and da-da-da-da.
Yeah, they do. They watch and they're, oh, Mommy. You understand? This is Mommy. They
innocently though.
Yes, like they don't know that. They just know this is Mommy. That's it. My daughter, Elena, is 3 years old. And the other day, as soon as she asked me, she said, Mommy, what is your name? You understand? Because I'm just Mommy at home. And money where I took it to take it out in this time, I kusomero mikwano jeje jamu gamba nti mama. Mama, oh man. I said, and she came home and she asked me, Mommy, are you a dancer? Like,
I love the fact that you've protected their innocence. That's really powerful.
Sagala bateka your pressure, but Mommy starved. No. Amani yategera in this time maybe when she was 8, and from the pressure from her friends. Like, can we say hello to your mom? And she's like, why do you want to say hello to my mom? Then she came and she asked me, are you a dancer? Like,
can you imagine?
I'm like, go on,
do you know? Do you know where I am? But I understand. And musicians coming up, young artists, or whoever, like, like to commit, to get into marriage or kuzala and everything, thinking is going to affect their career, but then these are two different things.
Yes. Biawule, because that way it doesn't matter what, because life happens to all of us. But it doesn't matter what happens around you, let the brand be the brand. You understand? I want to always think that Stella is strong, always. I don't want to sit here and think your heart breaks. No, when I watch you, I want to get my inspiration from you and love you and grow because of you. I'm like, Stella, I want that to inspire me. I never want to think. You understand? I never want to get here and think, Stella, you get broke. I don't want to know that part of you. Don't show me because me, I'm watching. You understand? I'm inspired by that look which you give me, what you say, how you present yourself. So don't contaminate that for me who's watching you.
Of course, it affects
it affects the people who are watching. So one day if I look at you and I see a strong woman and you're doing your show, then tomorrow you have a man next to you and then that person leaves you, all of a sudden you're weak. I don't care what you say. You're like, nakoba akachawa. You know, so keep your brand clean.
Separate.
Yes, separate from all these things.
Yes. And of course, speaking of brand, you have a band and you do like music, you do band music, and Ugandans love that genre of music.
Oh, I fought for that genre of music.
You have, but then it takes like a person
yes.
asadda sebiwera okulaba nti shimirawo ate nga oyina manager
sirina manager nina team
you don't have, You a mom, a wife, a band. You are the team leader, but then how? Bitambuzo te mini moja band yejo. No kulaba nti musical ya chatu nyumira bulungi nnyo. Ne trend eyo gikipize like alive.
Yes, guys. Kali asela bozuka ngo mukazi ne wezula, and you understand yourself, your power, what God gave you. Wotandika tegera kiwetaga muntu kutegerera. You understand botandika okwekkiririzaamu. Kati bwofuna manager oba wadde omuntu chance okutegerera tigwe obwongo bwo buwummuza oli kakole kikakulowoleze. But do you know it doesn't matter what wakudya maka gegamu. Okimanyi nti our views in life are very different. Even if we grew up nga muzadde yomu buli kimu kyekimu. Katuso nze so akukiriza muntu mulala kuntegerera kubanga mmanyi gye ndaga. You know, so in that way, when ngamba nti tugenda Masaka, mbangamba hakati mfunire omuganda yategeere Masaka. Nefuna team eyaba abantu abategeere Masaka. Bwe ntuke Masaka ngamba kati wano tumazeewo tudda ggulu kati mfunire omukyoli. That's what I do. Like if I bobanga njagala kukola show ngamba ani ategeere no venue gye tugenda ko yo team nenjigatta.
You want to be involved in
everything, the direction. I'm a dictator 100% when it comes to when it comes to issues of my life, you know, because I know I can depend on me. No matter how sick I am, how heartbroken I am, I know I can depend on me. But I don't know if you are going to be like that. You understand? I don't know if I can depend on you 100%, but I know that on my energy,
you can't let yourself down.
I will never let myself down, no matter what. You. Come rain, come sunrise.
Even the way you're saying it, like I will never let myself.
Let me tell you, on my sweat and my blood, I would never let myself down.
I hear you.
But I can't give that trust to another person. That's why I cannot do manager. You know, so I decide where I want to go. And then start out team when you bikola. Sometimes, of course, I'm wrong. It happens. There's that room. But when I'm right, it's amazing.
Yeah.
You understand?
And it's a whole team. So there's teamwork and everything. And the frustrations, of course, when you're leading a group of people, payment, traveling and running errands, of the whole band and the whole team. So how have you managed the frustrations and all?
I hire people according to passion and not necessarily skill. Yes, but mfuna omuntu okola nenja afuna omuntu kubanga yagala kola, not because mbo yasoma marketing. Because most people abasoma, they are led by their brains and no heart, no passion, no love. It's just mfuna sente meka at the end of the day. Ate kati omuntu watu tusoa mukuma because the sente anybody has money. Encho omuntu asoa mukuba namukubira namwa more money than you. But omuntu wabanga yagadde brand yo naga nti nze njagala nnyo Stella. Oyo omuntu gwenjagala kola naye kubanga teri kyatasobola kola because yagala
for the
brand.
Sake of the brand.
So chinyambi to keep this thing. So I hire people kubanga yagala. A dancer, an assistant, a manager, like all that. My team, all of them is because I yagala kola. Sikubambo bangambi ono gundi yabitegera. Yes.
And then of course, you've talked about motherhood, parenting, and then as a wife now.
Yes.
You've said you separate your husband from your brand, from your career and all that.
Yes.
How have you managed to do it? You as Cindy.
Yes. No, I'm glad you're seeing the picture. I'm glad because that's what I want you to see. I want you to see a woman going through life, no matter what happens. I want you to see a constant in my life and also see the temporary things that come on, but see that there's something which is constant. Because that's what inspires. Not my heartbreaks, not the mistakes I made. Mostly, I want you to see that the brand keeps on going. I want that to inspire someone. So, I feel warm in my heart. So, in this relationship with Mr. Okuyo, I was direct from the very beginning. Cindy, that is Cindy. You understand? That is Cindy. But to call her, my husband is mostly my friend and not necessarily my husband when we are working. Because achitegera anchinoka tuli kumulimu. While your moments zenjo mutawanya, sometimes it will look like Kamanyiro, but this is the brand, Cindy. Katiziri relationships agezaso kana isichogerako. You understand? Yes, nga, you know,
so you had the hard conversations from the start.
I'll do anything for you. No, sweetie. Like in this relationship, I was direct and I said, chino chochiri change no matter what. So if you support it, support it. If you don't, leave it alone, you know. So because I was that way, omwami wange yachitegera. So in Bede Waka, I'm his wife, 100%. When I'm going to work, that is me, my brain power, that's me. Of course, your ideas are welcome, but mostly that is me. Like I told you, I'm a dictator. When it comes to matters of Cindy, I'm a dictator.
Person.
Yeah, so I think that helped us until there was that truth moment in the beginning. And then also because he's a talented actor, so he understands that talent is something else, you know. So I think chatuyamba to bond well. So in this relationship, it was smoother than the others, because the others I mixed up things. But because of that, I managed to be a wife to him. Then I also managed to be a business partner when it comes to these other things. Yes.
Oh, you've explained it so well. my goodness. And speaking of when talent and acting and all that, like, yeah, you've been in quite some movies, quite many, and Ugandans didn't even know. Some of them knew, but then they were like, oh, you're Cindy? So music, a supplementing that your acting career, and you love it so much. When you're on your screen, you have screen presence.
Thank you.
Like you can't. You get goosebumps when you're acting. Like you're very serious. It's not jokes.
I'm not playing. I'm not playing.
So how has music supplemented somehow?
Music, because music is also acting. You know, to say kubera muyimbi nga toli actress in one way or another, because olusi oyimbe nyimba is a heartbreak nenga toli mu heartbreak oli musanyufu bulungi nnyo. Then sometimes you sing happy songs when you're actually very sad. So as a singer, I'm an actor, even as an artist. And then also chiyambe that engagement jenfuna helps me get better deals as an actress. You understand? Yes. Yeah, negotiate better because I have more influence, more numbers because of the music. You know, in my name, it's easier for people to remember, so I bring something to the table already as an artist, as an influence of some sort, you know, some kind of power comes with me. So it's chiyamba in my acting career.
But also like respecting authority, because on set there are directors, everyone, it's a whole team there. But then also your co-actors, how do you work together to be like, okay, by the way, now I'm an actress, I've been given a role of Stella, I'm not going to be Cindy, Sanyu.
Yeah, I get you. You understand? Because in my normal life, it's not something that is in my head. The king herself. No, you understand? Like I feel normal until I get to the point when I need to be the king herself, and I'll be the king herself. Yes. So it's mostly when Tuka move on, it's always that thing of at Cindy. You understand? They kind of measure their words around me, or they're too respectful. But after some time, but you can never manage and they get, you know? Yeah, so it's mostly on their side. Okay, but mostly boy by no kumanyira, and then after some time we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can't leave this show without talking about how politics has influenced music.
Yes. Yes, it has. Yeah.
And also you as a brand, Cindy Sanyu, you have
I'm a leader.
I'm an entertainer.
Yes, that's true.
Make money come out.
Yeah.
So how have you managed to really draw boundaries between like politics and music?
I want people to know that I'm a leader, not a politician. You understand? Because those are very different things. Yes, because sometimes somebody can be political and with zero leadership skills. Nayenga, somehow they find their way of forcing people into accepting them as a leader. Yeah, so nafuka president owa uma because of the passion for it, not because nalava anti waliwa kaja or anything. No, I saw that the industry has issues and somebody needs to handle them. And I was like, if I have the chance, you know, let me do it here. So when atandikira uma ena fights nyingi, yes, but ndoza webatula onebala nti no, I'm capable. Watching me speak or watching me lead, they began to trust me, and that is how mbadde president for emyaka ena, you know. So nze ekintu cha politics nchitya. In a way, I'm a coward, and I will be very honest about that, because I want to people who I lead, who I inspire, of all political parties. And I do not want to lose them. Neither do I want to change how they feel. Let people feel how they feel. Me, I'm just here to lead you as artists. If there is an issue, I'm going to take it. Just tell me which door to open. I'm not going to tell you I want a yellow door, or I want a red one, or I want a blue one. I'm just going to say, has anybody opened their door? I will go there. You understand? So I lead not as a politician. I just lead as an artist. Okay. You know, I want people to see that. And the good thing about UMA is you cannot be the president of UMA and have a political party. It's anti-partisan. Yeah, it doesn't have that. So for me, it's blended with me.
Okay, nati nabayimbi bokulembera ate bo lusi kibazitowako.
Yes.
Ne balaga nti kati nze ndi ku side eno obuyaga toyagala. And then also we've seen incidences where kangese government eyise abayimbi tugenda bawayo funding and some artists fear banatulaba batyanga tugenze no side obeeri kola yet they need it.
Yes, that's
but
true.
Then I don't know, funding and distributing what goes where, who deserves what. How have you managed to
You'll be surprised. The government, when it comes to giving services to the people, they don't care which side you're on. They just want the services to get to the people. You understand? I've never gone to any ministry and they asked me which side do you belong. Never. It was about service delivery. Can you do this? What are your credentials? You understand? Like, that was always it. There was never a door that was closed because I came in a red dress or because I wore yellow or because of my political opinion. No. It was always the people on the biggest offices, they actually don't care about that. What they care about is service delivery. It doesn't matter, anya to dao. It's can you do this? And that way, when I sang engaged, it was easier for me to maneuver. Because, when you pick a side, you actually have to speak. Chikolamu nkukutunga nga teri akulaba ate ng'olya ssente za government olina okuvaayo okoleki olina okuvaayo oyogere nti nze ndi wa side eno in order to eat the money successfully olina okuvaayo oyogere so in case so if that was a factor naliremeddwa okubeera ki okubeera leader. Yes, so me I just want to deliver the services, and the good thing is with the government they also mainly are interested in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you have plans of like retiring from music and doing other things? Because katinge chibina wengango omukulembeze w'abalala bayimbi mwine engeri mwetegekeramu ko retirement oba life after music.
Okay. Life after music for me is retiring into mentoring, not into no music in my life. No. I want to retire and into mentoring artists. I want to retire into creating a label that raises artists with talent, with purpose. So that is what I call retiring. I never want to leave music at any point because music kunze simulimu. You understand? It's a God-given thing. It's my heart. It's my passion. So that's what I think about when I say retiring. I say I'll stop performing as many shows. Maybe I'll have one show in a year. But I want to have an active life in music and mentor. I've accumulated so much knowledge and skill. Sagara kuvao with all that knowledge. So I want to transfer it to the next generation. So that's retirement for me.
Okay.
When, Simani?
No. And we don't know when. Cindy, you're not about to do that.
Oh, man, I'm still doing this. To charge kuba.
Nata abayimbi abalabambi they struggle.
Yes.
No sanga ye bingi nnyo really otulaba abayimbi bali mu depression, bali mu toxic relationships, bali mu bingi nnyo. And fans don't understand what oli chayitamu. Twagala obeere star mukwano, we don't care what you're going through. But also nabo kibasukkako. And also natuuka music namuleka. Atinadda mu bintu ebirala. So mubakwatako ko nabo ne muokera nabo ne mubategeka.
Yes, we do. We do. As Uma, we help artists. Like if they have a problem with addiction, we actually connect them to services agenda for therapy. We've put a couple of them into rehab centers. If you need that kind of help. But as Uma, we are limited to the point that it's so kwesibako or kujaje tuli. As an association, we can't start looking for artists, you understand, or kuja more association or jiingire, then we can help you. But that's something actually that we have done. In my personality, since it's just not, it's not me, So sometimes my secretary Fina ya nyamba ya agenda media na yogira kubintu, but me I don't actually like kuba artists nchimanyi tuka kweyo level saga muteka mu camera. You understand? I want kasoka healing, and then they'll come out to their people strong and okay, and not get their taking
advantage
of their problem. That's why we don't talk about this. But UMA is the only association right now. Of course, right now we're getting help from the federation, which is amazing. They give amazing support. But before it was just us. We get lawyers for artists who are in trouble, and the lawyers are free. You understand? So we do so much work for people.
Okay, you're doing so much work, and of course other achievements. So toina katugambeko maybe one or two Uma cheyambyeko ko abayimbi nga chiri neutral. Toina chota date bono muyimbi yakola what?
I think the first thing people need to realize is just stability. Before I became president, none of the presidents lasted a year. So it was hard to create anything in that space. You understand? Because mbamu akatandika Numukyusa leader. And then Shiga government by Karabono, I think I'm like it was so that, first of all, that stability to cut industry a Cindy. Then now you say we have the federation, or now we have that recognition is something that people need. It took us 7 years to get to that point. So and then we started to lobby for artists. During the lockdown, UMA was the only association which actually got food, give to artists. Got the help, got it to artists. You understand? When we're having promoters who were trying to take advantage of artists, police, Bata, and all this, will just take them out and be like, you cannot arrest an artist over nonsense. Like those are the things that we've been able to do. But actually, I have to tell you, just being able to lobby with the government and talk face to face and say that now they're giving 28 billion to the industry. That is something that UMA has done. The federation, of course, has joined us, but that's something we've been forwarding the paperwork for the last 6 years, even before me, Waiki Bender and all that. So took a point, that is UMA. You understand? So that's something I can proudly beat my chest and say, and
you can openly say that, as you say, as much as I've given us all that money, we have used it for those things that you mentioned.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that money hasn't even been distributed yet. You understand? But then we're going to use it for stuff like that, to make sure that an artist has somewhere to run to. You understand? Yeah, when you have a concert, you want to make sure you're so while you're funded, to run a concert yetaga $1,000,000 as munyambe mumpe yasa tumutano. You understand? We want something like that, and that's something we're bringing to the industry.
And artists who don't want to associate themselves with in between there. What are the risks of of not having any footing?
Proving anti to somebody saying Kenya ogenda chikoloti. You understand? So we, the association, we are the ones who give you that letter to show you're actually an artist. Or you're getting a visa and you want to show you're an artist. These guys these days, they need proof. And, and we do that. We certify. We make sure people get visas. That's easier for them now. We give you all those letters. You have your letter to show that I am an artist from us, from the federation. That's the first thing that really helps artists who are out there. So, Muntu Yenabanga Yali self-sufficient. You just need us for verification. Just have the ID. It helps with when during the night, say you're not secure, you say I'm an artist, and you're given so the allocation, give you the respect that you deserve. Outside, it will help you with your paperwork, just to make sure things are straight. We'll give you that paperwork. And then for the other artists, you know what to do.
I know. Okay. Future plans, and what are you working on before we leave?
Okay. I am, apart from, of course, raising my children, my lovely 3 children.
Taking care of your husband.
Yes, keeping my husband.
And you even like I'm
happy.
Okay.
Yeah. So apart from all of that, with the brand Cindy, I would like to. I'm working on a label. And then also next month I'm launching my business, because I'm studying it. Because remember I spoke about my bridal business. So we're doing a grand launch next month with the beauty lounge and all that next month. Yeah. So I'm working on more music. My album will be coming out next year. Yes, and working on shows and stuff like that. But for now, I don't want to leave the show without saying thank you. Thank you for hosting me. This show means a lot for my career levels.
Thank you so much.
And then, for the fans also for supporting all these years. I'm still here. Thanks for making sure that the brand Cindy stays. I love you all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. You see, that is Cinderella Sanyu, the king herself. About to program with Tambude. Her bridal business and everything. So maybe next time we'll be talking more about business and everything. So keep it locked here. Tubagalanyo, mwedaba.